Hey everybody, my name is Rick. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today we have another really cool item from BougeRV. This is their updated, kind of revised rooftop carrier bag. It has some improvements, so we're going to check those out. It is 20 cubic feet. It's waterproof. It can be used with or without a roof rack now, which is really cool. It comes with some extra cotton fiber on the bottom of the bag to protect the roof of the car if you don't have a rack when you're loading suitcases and things like that. It has a new rain curtain to really waterproof the bag. And as usual, we'll take it out of here, we'll put it up on the Crosstrek, we'll waterproof it, test it, and we'll drive it around and see how it does. I'm excited about it. It looks like it's a little bit harder shell and not just kind of a bag that moves around, so it should be easier to not only get up on the car, but to put things inside of it and to take it on and off as well. So let's get this out of here and dive into it. As always, if you have questions or comments, you can leave those below, and you can also email me, which you'll find in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get started. This is a mat that can go under the bag to protect the car as well. Directions. And then it looks like buckles and straps. And like all of the BougeRV stuff that I have so far, it has these little convenient carrying bags, which makes life really easy. All these nice straps, so if you do have a cargo rack or a way to connect it to the car, you have all these straps, which is nice. And again, like I said, if you don't have straps, you can now connect it through the window, and we're going to check that out. I got to figure out how that all works. Helps if I put it the right side up as well. Alright, one of the things I liked about their other bag is it actually had really strong Velcro and really good zippers. And there's kind of it's like a plastic zipper that's waterproof basically, which is really nice. So this is the little rain curtain that we're talking about. And you have this down here to help keep water from penetrating into the zipper. So as you can see, if you're familiar with your other bag, this is actually squared off and built like a rectangle, which is good versus just being a big bag. So I really like that as well. That's going to be a nice new feature. So you can see just by looking at this how much room we have in here. This is a huge bag, and this will really help you, like in the Crosstrek, if you've got to carry people and stuff. This will really free up some area inside the car for you because it's so big. So let's take a little bit deeper. I'll show you through the materials, and we'll talk a little bit more in detail about all the straps. So I got the bag on the ground now, and I just wanted to give you an idea of the vastness of this bag. So 20 cubic feet. Here are two of those large totes from Costco. And you can see there's a great deal of room here in the middle. And I'm going to kneel in here. So I could lay down in here. In fact, I'll show you that here in a second. But there's room. Tons of room in here, as you can see. So this will hold a lot of stuff. 20 cubic feet. It's hard to recognize what that would be, but they say 5 or 6 suitcases. And I'm not using my suitcases this time. I used them last time on the bag. And this thing's pretty sure this is bigger than the other one. But like I said in the opening, I really like how it's shaped. More like a rectangle. I think it's going to be easier to pack and stand up. Let's do a quick walk around and look at some of the features of this bag. Again, I've shown you how large it is. You have 3 buckles per side. You have 2 in the rear, 2 in the front, and you can see how well these are designed and fitted to the bag. So I think you're going to have long life. Pulling tight on these, you're not going to have any problems with them tearing off or pulling. You have quick adjustment straps. This middle one, you just have the one buckle, whereas the front and rear, you actually have two buckles. And as I mentioned, I think in the video, this strap kind of pulls back and forth to make it easier to adjust. Then you have your two also in the front of the bag. One of the things I think that they've done that is really cool is there is no zipper on the front of the bag. So as you're driving into the rain, this should help to keep the bag waterproof. And you have these nice bright yellow markings along this, what they call the water curtain. And just to kind of remind you, hey, you know, make sure that's down. And then there's Velcro fitted along that water curtain to keep that secure and to prevent the wind from blowing the bag, you know, open or up in the air, etc. If you remember the original bag that I tested with them, we did get a little bit of water inside. It was very minimal for me. And again, wasn't driving in a downpour or anything like that, but I think for the most part, this thing is quite waterproof. Again, I'll just say from previous experience, it's worth putting it in, at least in a trash bag. If you have something of extreme value that you're putting on top of your roof and you're driving into a massive rainstorm, probably a good idea just for double protection, just to be safe. Here's the two straps in the back. And then I mentioned this also, there is definitely more padding on the bottom here to help protect your vehicle. And one of the nice features, it was also on the other bag, but are these waterproof zippers, which are really good. I'm going to do this one-handed, but very tight, very nice. You can see they're waterproof, and they've got these cool handles on them. Again, they've kind of highlighted, I wouldn't call them safety things, but things to look at in yellow, which I like, you know, including the little Velcro closers to help keep your straps in check and secure. And that's a nice feature here. You can see this one I have kind of wrapped against itself. One of the new features of the improved BougeRV carrying bag is that it has these little loops that go with the bag to allow you to connect it to a vehicle that does not have a roof rack, crossbars, or some kind of carrying system on your car. And basically, hopefully the camera's picking this up, you have a little channel here. And the way that this works is you're going to actually pull this rubber away from your vehicle. That's going to fit into the slot right there, and you're going to have these loops that stick up, and there's 3 for each side. And so you have your little loop here, and then this large strap that fits on the bag essentially will feed through the loop, or loops depending on how many obviously you use. And then you can adjust accordingly. I don't have stuff in the bag at this moment, but that's basically how this secures to your vehicle, and you can set those up anywhere along the window trim there, wherever you're comfortable. And again, there's 6 total. In this situation, you wouldn't use the 2 buckles that are in the front or the 2 buckles are in the back. You can just tuck those underneath, or maybe tuck them inside the bag or whatever. I apologize for the fan noise. It's really warm out here today. I'm trying not to die, so forgive me if you can hear the fan. So now you can see I have the Crosstrek in here, and I'm going to show you how the bag goes on a car that has a BougeRV roof rack. And you can actually use this with any rack or any car that has crossbars on it. You can stick the bag right on the roof on top of the non-slip pad and connect the bag here. But since we have this very cool BougeRV crossbar and roof carrier basket setup, I'm going to show you how this goes on here. And you've seen already that the car will take these 2 totes very easily. So we're going to put all this stuff in there, and then I'm going to take it out front. We're going to waterproof test it by spraying it with the hose, and then we'll drive around with it and see how it feels, see what the noise is like, and all those good kind of things. Obviously, the one downfall to carrying anything on your roof that's heavy is you got to get it up here, which is not exactly fun all the time. So that's something to consider. So at this point, the actual depth of this BougeRV roof carrier basket is going to limit how much stuff we can get in here as far as width-wise. If I want to stay within the confines of the basket, this is as far as I can put these apart. And you can see that here with the other camera. All right, so do the straps. The front straps here have kind of slide back and forth from side to side. So before you adjust everything completely tight, you want to kind of get the front and the back straps close to where you want them to be. Just takes a few minutes to figure her out. And one of the things I like too is that they've included these little Velcro guys on here that I think I might have shown you earlier. And it's just kind of a nice way to keep your straps. Nice little piece of Velcro there, and they're nice and secure. And then you're nice and secure on the top. And then you just do the same thing on the other two. I already did the other side. But again, the straps are very adjustable. And then, like I mentioned, these guys go all the way through to the other side, so you can kind of pull each side, and the back is the same way. All right, so I didn't go out of my way to put this rain curtain all the way down, but you can see that it's pretty long, and it overhangs pretty well, and really the chances of getting a bunch of water splashed up underneath are not good. You know, there's no water from that little bit that I did. Now, whether or not, if you're in the pouring rain going 75 on the freeway, if water could splash up under here, it's possible, but look at these zippers. They're really well done. They're waterproof. You can see when they close up really well. So I think it looks pretty good. And if you make sure this is down all the way, you should be good to go. And you can see how waterproof this material is. All right, next up is we're going to drive around. So that's the introduction to the new BougeRV roof carrier bag. They made a lot of really nice improvements. And today I showed you the size, how to use it. We waterproof tested it, and then we drove around. And the bag sits really solid with the 6 straps or on the sides. And then you also have 4 additional straps, 2 in front, 2 in back if you need those, if you're connecting to a rack. It also comes with a 12-month warranty. And if you guys are interested in purchasing one of these, you can follow the link below and use the code that I provide down there and save 10%. So great bag, huge, great for those occasions when you just need more room inside the car because you have other stuff to carry or you're carrying a bunch of people with you. Great option for that. As always, questions or comments, you can leave those below, or you can contact me by email. You'll find that in the description as well. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.